Some people enter the spotlight loudly, others arrive quietly and stay. When you watch Onyii Alex, there is something unmistakable about her presence. Not forced, not noise, but control. Her eyes speak before her words. Her pauses say as much as her dialogue, and her journey proves something rare in Nollywood. You don't have to shout to be unforgettable. This is not the story of hype, this is the story of foundation. If this is your very first time here, you are warmly welcome to Alora Gist TV. Do all to hit that like button, share and subscribe for more. Tell me where you are watching from. Onyii Alex was born on September 27. She is currently in her mid-30s and she hails from Enugu State in southeastern Nigeria. She grew up in a structured Igbo home where discipline, respect, and personal responsibility were emphasized. From an early age, she learned restraint, not as suppression but as strength. She was not the loudest in the room, she was the one watching. And that ability to observe people emotions, observe people emotions, reactions will later become one of her greatest assets as an actress. Onyii Alex's childhood was shaped by cultural grounding, emotional awareness, and a strong sense of self. She grew up understanding boundaries, knowing when to speak, when to listen, and when to stand firm. These values later reflected in her screen persona. Women who are composed, emotionally intelligent, and self-aware. Long before the cameras, she was learning emotional literacy. Onyii Alex attended primary and secondary school in Nigeria before gaining admission into the University of Nigeria in Nsukka, UNN, where she studied mass communication. This choice mattered. Mass communication did more than teach her speaking skills. It taught her media psychology, audience perception, storytelling structure, and image responsibility. She learned that communication is not about volume, it is about clarity. That knowledge would later shape how she navigates fame. Onyii Alex's entry into Nollywood was not glamorous. There was no overnight breakthrough, no viral debut. She auditioned, she waited, she learned. Early roles were small, but her presence was noticeable. The director saw something unusual, an actress who didn't force emotions. She trusted the camera, she trusted silence, and slowly opportunities followed. As her career progressed, Onyii Alex began appearing in romantic dramas, family-centered films, character-driven narratives. She became known for roles that required emotional control rather than exaggeration. Audiences didn't just watch her, they felt her. Her rise was gradual and intentional. Onyii Alex's acting skills is defined by minimalism, emotional authenticity, controlled expressions, and deep listening. She does not dominate scenes, she grounds them. In an industry where overacting can be rewarded, she chose truth. Like many women in Nollywood, she faced typecasting, she faced career pauses, industry politics, pressure to be louder. But Onyii Alex made a quiet decision. She would not sacrifice identity for relevance. She chose longevity. Onyii Alex is deeply private, yes. She does not overshare. She does not perform intimacy for internet. Her privacy is intentional. A shield in an industry often consumes its talent. She understands something many learn to lead. Visibility without boundaries is dangerous. Beyond acting, Onyii Alex is admired for graceful fashion sense, natural beauty, composed public image. Brands trust her because she represents credibility. Her elegance is not trendy, it is timeless. With time, her choices become more deliberate. She began selecting roles that reflected She began selecting roles that reflected strong women, emotional intelligence, inner resilience. She didn't reinvent herself, she refined herself. Onyii Alex's story challenges a popular myth that success must be loud. She proved that patience works and discipline lasts. Quiet strength endures. Onyii Alex did not rush fame. She understood something many people learn too late. That speed can impress, but foundation sustains. While the world around her chased instant recognition, viral moments, and quick applause, she chose a different path, a quieter path, and a slower path, a harder path, one built on patience, preparation, and personal discipline. In a world obsessed with speed, she chose stability. She chose to grow at a pace that allowed her to understand herself before asking the world to understand her. She allowed her craft to mature, her confidence to deepen, and her voice to become clear before stepping fully into the spotlight. She refused to let urgency steal her identity. And in an industry addicted to noise, she chose depth. She didn't compete for attention. She cultivated presence. She didn't force relevance. She earned respect. She didn't shout to be seen. She trusted that truth would speak for itself. While others performed the moment, Onyii Alex prepared for the long story. There were seasons when her journey looked quiet, seasons when her name wasn't everywhere, seasons when people mistook her calm for absence and her patience for delay. But what they didn't see was the strength being built underneath, the discipline, the self awareness, the emotional intelligence that cannot be rushed. Because real growth is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. She chose consistency over chaos, character over clout, purpose over pressure, and that choice, that steady intentional choice, is what allows her presence to outlive trends. Trends fade, noise dies out, but depth remains. And when the industry shifts, as it always does, it is women like Onyii Alex who remain standing, grounding, and relevant. Not because they arrived first, but because they arrived prepared. Onyii Alex is not just an actress. She is proof that when a woman honors her pace, protects her identity, and commits to growth, the spotlight eventually finds her. Not because she chased it, not because she begged for it, not because she compromised herself for it, but because she earned it. Thank you for listening, and tell me one thing you love about Onyii Alex. Is she your role model, or are you planning to make her one? Tell me in the comment section, and catch you in my next video.